seem, Doris, to be in each other's way. And how different is the atmosphere in a rivalry game like this one?
Yeah, Kev, we sense it on the sideline, don't we?
We do, yes.
You know, a little bit of an air of dislike, a growing discontent that you're constantly in each other's way. Rivalries are built when teams consistently meet when there is something on the line. And that is what has happened with these two. And I'll tell you, we get to sit back and enjoy it, Kevin.
When you played, Doris, were those the most fun games for you as a player?
No doubt. No doubt. You wanted to beat that team that was always standing in your way. So then in the summertime, you had a little bragging right.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Gay is the 3 with Aldridge at the 4. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Well, the pick and roll is one of many useful tools in the handbag of DeMar DeRozan. How about their ability to be effective in that situation?
Now here's George. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he gets it back. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That'll put Paul George on the line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge. Paul George is so versatile, Doris. He could play in any system, don't you think?
Oh, I completely concur, Kevin. This is a man who can create offense with the ball in his hands. In a secondary role, we know he can be a knockdown shooter. And we're talking about an elite NBA defender. So any team in the league could use a player like PG.
George, no good on the free throw. And Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
And that one drops.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Murray kicks to Gay. Outside Gasol. The pass to Aldridge. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Pass to Westbrook. The shot from the low post is good.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
And here is Murray. DeRozan passes to Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. Aldridge sets up the pick now for DeRozan. Excellent use of the screen that time. DeRozan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Kevin, that's perfect use of the screen. And DeMar DeRozan just goes through every sequence and progression and makes the right choice.
And George kicks to Roberson. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Spurs leading by 3. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge tonight defensively and going up against a team that can really execute. He said those guys make the most of every possession. They cut to the basket, move the ball well. We have to make them take difficult, contested shots to give ourselves the best chance to win. We know how hard that is to accomplish, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So it's about one key area, guys, keeping the opposing field goal percentage to a minimum.
And, Kevin, that's not an easy task against an opponent that can shoot the ball as well as this team can.
Well, true, Greg, but they can do it as long as they're quick with their defensive help on the perimeter. And I think a key to that, communication.
Now, Gabe, after Westbrook's missed 3. Outside DeRozan. Back to Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's tipped. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. George has got the ball.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier. That free throw good from George.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
And George drops them both. And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players' doors has to be different than it was in college.
Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important.
Now, here's George after the miss from Pau Gasol. Westbrook with it for Murray. Offensive rebound. Adams' shot is good.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Now here's DeRozan. 6 points for him. To the middle. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Roberson, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Running the floor out in the open space, Andre Robertson knowing where to get to.
Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. Gasol kicks to Gay. Pass to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Opening night of the regular season, blue sky for every team, Doris. Optimism is high. Players thinking about all the possibilities ahead.
No doubt. It's a time of tremendous optimism for both the teams and the fans of these teams. And the culmination of the work you put into the offseason, who's improved their skill level, who's added a dimension to their offensive game. We're all salivating for the start of this year.
Cannot wait.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
It's tipped. Now here's Murray. Kicks to Gay. Passes it to Gasol. They set the pick. Murray for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Murray's got 5.
Boy, the screen doing its job to perfection. One of the oldest plays in the book and still one of the best.
Adams, the pass to Westbrook. Goes back up. Adams dishes to Westbrook. Yes, that goes in. 6 points for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And DeRozan kicks to Gay. Aldridge a screen. Here's DeRozan.
This guy does not mess around. DeMar DeRozan, spectacular. My goodness gracious, sir.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Murray. He's got 5. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Murray. Aldridge against Grant. Rudy Gay on the wing, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Spurs.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim, those tend to be far more efficient.
And Roberson kicks to George. Over Gay. George, no good.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
Gay. It's hauled in by Paul George.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Westbrook double team. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid. A second foul before the end of the opening period.
Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Andre Robertson. The Spurs also with the sub. Mills is checked in. That one drops for him.
Steven Adams takes pride in being a great screen setter. I think this guy creates so many opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. Inside. Here's Aldridge. And the shot no good, a bit short. Oklahoma City has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Puts it up from 12. No good on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So what you look for in the first game, 1, does one team make a statement? And 2, how does the other team react to that?
Here's Westbrook after Rudy Gay's bucket. Here's the lob to Adams.
Well, just incredible instincts from Russell Westbrook. How about that pass? On time, on target, make it easy.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Aldridge with a screen on George. DeRozan against George. And stolen by Patterson. Outside, George. He dishes it to Westbrook. In the corner, it's Patterson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. The shot by George, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
When you think about the 2 consecutive first-round playoff exits for the Oklahoma City Thunder, this is a franchise that had made it to the conference finals in 4 out of the previous 6 seasons. So not the kind of deep run they're accustomed to.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Alex Abrinas comes in for George. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Bertans. And Bellinelli kicks to Pirtle. And the pass to Bertans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mills. Up and in from the low block. And the Spurs lead by 2. And the Thunder struggling to break through in the West. Doris, are they going in the wrong direction?
Well, certainly they've lost their fair share of star players. And you wonder, do rival executives start to think they may need to trade Westbrook and start from square one?
Here's Patterson, and it's in there. Patterson's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Pirtle. High, arcing shot. Walker's shot is off.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
They now take the lead. Abrinas has got his first points of the night.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Pass to Bellinelli. There's the pick. Here's Bertans. Tries from 16. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Noel passes to Schroeder. Here's Patterson. That 3 off the mark. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. 1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Pirtle. Pass to Mills. A three ball. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Now here's Noel. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Felton kicks to Patterson. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game. .46 seconds left in the first. From 13, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
Mills passes to Pirtle. Outside, Walker, and the wide open shot from Bellinelli. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Bellinelli's got his first 3 points of the game. Thunder trailing by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Schroeder up top, covered by Mills. 4 on the shot clock. Yes, that goes in. Felton has got his first points of the game.
And both offenses in rhythm here to start the game.
Boy, these teams can't miss so far. If you love good offense, this is your game.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oak. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau Gasol definitely
I always notice the fans that
the game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Pirtle. Mills out there with Bellinelli. And it's Bertans in at the 4 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you.
Listen, Ray Felton is a very dependable point guard, fantastic floor general who just takes good shots and makes outstanding reads.
The first free throw is good.
You know, Raymond Felton comes out of North Carolina. He's the 5th overall pick back in 2005. It's incredible to me that this is his 14th season. The first 9 he started, I don't know that people realize that.
Both free throws good from Felton. Doris, talk about what's kept Felton around this long.
You know what, Kevin? For every organization that Raymond Felton has ever played on, the head coach loves him. And why is that? Well, one, he understands how to run a team from the point guard position. He's a low-mistake player that takes great care of the basketball. He's willing to mentor younger players. I would sort of liken him to that game manager quarterback, somebody who you know what you're going to get on a night-by-night basis. And there is huge value to NBA head coaches when you get that.
Shot's good by Walker. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Schroeder kicks to Patterson. Schroeder, right side, shoots over Mills. Again, Oklahoma City.
Boy, nice approach, working it in low that time. Caused some problems for the defense, keeping them off balance enough just to get the bucket.
Pass to Bertens. Back to Mills. Buries it down low. Mills has got 9 points.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Outside, Felton. There's the screen. Abrinas, the pass to Felton.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Grant's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Walker. Schroeder outside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Schroeder kicks to Grant. There's a screen by Noel. A floater, and it's finished off by Grant as he lays it in.
Well, how about the opportunistic Jeremy Grant taking it strong on the drive? Love it.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Roberson's checked in. Schroeder hits them both.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Bertans kicks to Forbes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Bertans passes to Mills. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pau Gasol is checked in for San Antonio. San Antonio with the ball. Here is Forbes, 6 to shoot. With the fadeaway. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gasol's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Robertson dishes to Schroeder. Over Mills. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 13 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. And the pass to Mills. Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Schroeder. Gasol setting the pick for Bellinelli. And another basket for San Antonio.
And Bellinelli moves well in these situations, staying active at all times and being rewarded there with his effort.
Schroeder outside. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. To the paint. Stolen by Grant. And Roberson kicks it over to Schroeder.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
The Thunder have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. No good on the free throw.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
And the Thunder with some changes. Steven Adams comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Georgia subbed in for Alex Abrinas. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Davis Bertans. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. He hits the second from the line. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Here's Roberson. Screen by Adams, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago, and their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Gasol against Adams. Gasol passes to Forbes. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Schroeder dishes to Robertson. There's a good screen. On the wing, George. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock. Launches a 3. Robertson can't hit. San Antonio leading by 3. Murray kicks to Gasol. Pass to DeRozan. Pass to Gasol. Back to DeRozan. Over George. DeRozan's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Knocks it loose. Here's Roberson. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist from Robertson. 16 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Aldridge a screen. And DeRozan kicks to Forbes. Passes it to Aldridge. Over George. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Roberson. The pass to Schroeder. Left side, George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on DeRozan. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. A lot of responsibility, Doris, in being the focal point of an offense. What characteristics have you seen are shared among NBA players who carry the load offensively for their teams every game?
Right. This is a great separation point to me in the NBA because there are a lot of outstanding players at the level on any given night in the NBA. But, Kevin, there is a select few players who are willing to share the lion's share of the responsibility. Men like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. Like, you have to be prepared 82 times per year to step between the lines, shoulder the load, and sometimes when you underperform, to bear the criticism that comes with that responsibility. And Kevin, you know this. That's a select few player who's willing to absorb that.
Good thoughts. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Screen by Grant. For three, Westbrook tips it up, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Murray against Westbrook. Murray the pass to Alton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. To the paint, outside for Murray. 5 on the clock. Right side, DeRozan. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. DeRozan's got 10 points.
We call that DeMar DeRozan to the rescue. Knew the situation and barely beats the clock.
Westbrook passes to Robertson. Here's the screen. Screen by Adams. Here's Robertson. Over Gay. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. So it's San Antonio now. They trail by 3. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And really, the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
It's stolen by DeRozan, and the Spurs pushing it up now. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
To me, DeMar DeRozan had a special year last year, and the reason I say that is he changed his game. We knew he was a great scorer, but what he did was expand his three-point shooting capability, and he became much more of a facilitator. There's a ton to love about DeMar DeRozan.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. The Spurs also with the sub. Walker's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Murray against Westbrook. For Murray. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 10. Doris with DeRozan and his improved passing. You could see it in his play.
Well, I think DeMar DeRozan recognized that in today's NBA, you've got to have more than 1 or 2 offensive threats. So give this guy credit for working on his playmaking ability.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
And And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Westbrook. And he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, if Westbrook gets into the paint, that's a problem. He is tenacious attacking the cup.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Felton leading the charge.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. 1:12 left in the first half. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Gay. Pass to DeRozan. Aldridge with a screen on George. Here's DeRozan. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
Doris, with DeRozan, when he's on with his shot, he's one of the great scorers in the NBA.
No question, Kevin. He exploded for 52 points in a game last season. This guy can score from anywhere on the floor when he's dialed in. Boy, there are nights you just have no answer for him.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw is off from DeRozan.
You know, the determination that DeMar DeRozan plays with, it's sort of this steely, I'm going to get where I want to go, and don't sleep on his athleticism.
And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
That's good from Raymond Felton.
When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook. The one thing you have to wonder, has he taken them as far as he can?
The Spurs making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. He feeds it to Walker. Banked in off the glass. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And every time you think one team's got something going, the other seems to respond.
Outside Westbrook.
Wow, the fire, the passion. Russell Westbrook plays the game with such unbridled intensity. The relish he takes in competition on a nightly basis is special.
The Thunder have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. San Antonio's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. They set the screen. And Walker kicks to Gay. Walker against Felton. Shot off the pick. Walker's shot is off.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
A big-time effort for Dennis Schroeder, providing a lot of energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers. And I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille. Dennis Schroeder playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 16 points and 2 assists. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
The differential is the free throw attempts. And that's one of the big stories in this game tonight. They were being so aggressive and so smart that all they could do on the defensive end was foul.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. They got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena 40. Getting underway. Both teams batting, getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Come to them and really few.
Seen a couple things. Terrific playing. That makes for good offense.
Close ball game on our hands as the Thunder with the lead. Russell Westbrook out there with Felton. Billy Donovan's 5 as we. That is his first foul of the. Good, and the assist goes to Gaswan.
Got it. He has the ball in his hands.
Clock at 6. Murray. And down. 17 points. And Jeremy Grant picks. And the Thunder making a switch. And about a minute of action so far. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Benefiting from him being a first guy.
Another miss by West.
Never gets set, and instead of creating.
And the ball travels out of. There's the steal. Here's Roberson.
So physically strong.
Aldridge a screen. Murray the pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Grant, and the shot is long.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way.
Westbrook against Murray. Shot clock at 6. A shot by George, wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Aldridge the pass to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge a screen. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. The feed to George. And George with the stuff.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg, especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Here's DeRozan. And that time, also a missed shot.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Russell Westbrook's mantra is, why not? Way of daring himself to greater heights.
I think, Kevin, in time, it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
Arenas is checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Russell Westbrook. Davis Bertans checks in for San Antonio. Murray outside. Gasol a screen. Bertans kicks to Aldridge. Over Grant. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. The Oklahoma City Thunder with one of the more rabid fan bases, Doris, in the NBA.
Well, 7 straight seasons of sellouts. There's something about the love affair you find in these small market one-sport towns. This is an organization that has the complete and full support of their community.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. Here's Schroeder. 16 points for him. Kicks it to Robertson to the wing right side. Here's Abrinas. DeRozan defending. Adams with the screen on DeRozan. The pass to Schroeder. Clock at 4. Screen by Adams. It's Schroeder with the drive. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Good on the shot. 16 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, we know this about DeMar DeRozan. The mid-range has always been a special part of his game. And, boy, you do not want to let him start to cook from there.
Abrinas kicks to Adams. Schroeder outside, 13 feet away. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Forbes. Back to DeRozan. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. DeRozan's got 18 points in the game.
You know what I love, Kevin? Right now, DeMar DeRozan is taking the initiative. The key is stay aggressive.
Grant with a screen on DeRozan. Screen by Grant, and the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Spurs also with the sub. Mills is checked in. kicks to Abrinas. Screen by Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Noel in the corner. And there it is for him. Noel's got his first 2 points of the night.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The Spurs making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Oklahoma City called for the foul. The Spurs have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Free throw dropped for DeRozan. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Abrinas, the pass to Noel. There's a screen by Noel. The drive by Schroeder. Count that one. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Screen by Adams. Now here's Schroeder, covered by Mills. There's Abrinas, and he banks in the layup. Abrinas has got his second basket of the night.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Pass to Mills. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
And the Thunder with some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. That's Felton in for Andre Robertson. San Antonio also making some changes. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Walker subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Patterson. Second shot opportunity. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
A sturdy Patrick Patterson, the 14th pick out of Kentucky back in 2010.
What you love about Patrick Patterson is he's turned himself into a three-point specialist over the course of his career. You know on a night-by-night basis what you're going to get on the defensive end, and that is a multi-positional defender who's going to give you great effort every single time out. There's something to be said about Patrick's ability to adjust and evolve his game as the NBA has evolved.
That free throw good from Patterson.
You know, Kev, I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Back to Mills. Shoots over Schroeder. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I tell you, they better work out harder on the defensive end to box him out. He's going to live on those second chances.
Passes to Noel. Got a hand on it.
Active defense from Jakob Poeltl. That's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
There's a screen by Noel. George passes to Schroeder. George sets a screen for Schroeder. It's stolen by Bellinelli. On up the court. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Patrick Mills.
I'll tell you, that play was not as easy as he made it look. A moving target, it has to be perfectly placed, really pretty.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
That's good.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
One shot.
That free throw good from George. Spurs trail by 12. And Mills kicks to Bertans. Puts up a 3. The Spurs rebound. Back to Walker. The pass to Bellinelli. Here's Bertans. 5 on the clock. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bertans got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Walker with it. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
And the 3 off target.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. There's a screen by Noel. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Well, this is where Noel is going to be difficult to guard in the pick and roll. Huge target rolling to the rim.
Spurs trail by 13. Mills passes to Poeltl. And Walker kicks to Pirtle. Pirtle sets the pick for Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. Paul George with the steal. Here's the break. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Pass to Bertans. And Walker kicks to Mills. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the paint. Here's George. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Bellinelli passes to Pirtle. Will it go? The kick out to Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Timeout.
Walker's got 7.
I tell you, there are players who can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his cool and doesn't rush it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
How about Jakob Pirtle, the Austrian center? This guy has forced his way into the rotation and a key part of what his team is doing. There is size and work ethic from the former Ute.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Raymond Felton. And San Antonio also making a switch. Rudy Gay's checked in for Davis Bertans. The Thunder leading by 15. And Doris, even with Pirtle's size, perhaps his best attribute is his awareness.
You know what I love about him, Kevin, is he doesn't give up on plays. He's willing to crash the glass, and he's got soft hands and can finish and slip into space on the offensive end.
Gay, that's good.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Outside Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Murray's checked in for Patty Mills. And he sinks the second. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Spurs working the ball around now. Murray, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Well, this is where you believe as a defender you have Westbrook's shot blocked. And then just like that, it's in the bucket.
Here's Gay. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Gay's got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then there's Murray. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Walker in at the 2. Here's Gay. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And when Gay hits a few early, you know he's feeling it. It's like seeing him find his rhythm on offense.
There's a screen by Noel. And stolen by Aldridge. Gay against Grant. Ball's knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Westbrook leading the charge.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Murray the pass to Walker. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Westbrook against Murray. And slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, Kev, love the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And a tall player with that kind of speed is a rare commodity.
Right side, George. Back to Westbrook. Noel sets a screen for Westbrook.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. A different look for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Noel. And it's Andre Robertson in for Dennis Schroeder. Pau Gasol is checked in for the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Walker. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Spurs trail by 14. Murray outside. He kicks it to DeRozan. No good there. Adams, some nice D.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Shot on the wing. Count the basket. Westbrook's got 13 points in the second half.
But, Kev, how about the privilege of watching Russell Westbrook when this man is really cooking on the offensive end? I'll tell you, few things in the NBA I'd rather watch.
San Antonio calls timeout. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Well, he has got to be the only thing they're discussing in this huddle because the approach they've used on him has been a disaster. Changes need to be made. I don't know if it's a double team, switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Westbrook. And Adams with the slam.
Well, the New Zealander shows a little hops on the alley-oop.
Spurs trail by 18. Aldridge is screening. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. He gets that one. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Murray against Westbrook. Over Murray. Westbrook, no good. San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Murray kicks to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Over Westbrook. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Thunder leading by 16. To the inside, Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mar DeRozan on the wing. Kicks it to Aldridge. Over Westbrook. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Aldridge has got 10 points in just the second half. Pass to George. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
When near the bucket, Paul George knows what to do. This guy has such a nuanced understanding of the offense.
Now here's Murray. From deep, Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
George against Gay. Screened by Grant. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And that game against the Pacers, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Here's Westbrook, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Is there a player in the league who makes these late clock situations look that easy? I don't think so. Russell Westbrook, the master.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. From the inbound, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
One shot behind the lanes.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
Adams, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Outside Gasol. In the corner, Murray with it. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Murray against Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Gay is double. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here.
And Grant works hard on the defensive end of the floor. His activity and wingspan, big hands, really paying dividends.
And George kicks to Roberson. Pass to Westbrook. Over Murray. That one rolling around and rims out. Spurs trail by 16. To the middle. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
To the inside. And it's sent back by George. Westbrook against Murray. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 32 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Stolen by Gay. Gay is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here is Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Westbrook passes to Grant. From deep, George. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Well, the 3-ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch, Kevin.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Murray. The pass to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Gasol. From deep, Gay. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from George. To the paint, and stolen by Aldridge. Now here's DeRozan. He's tightly guarded. Feeds it to Aldridge, and the dunk by Aldridge.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Pass to Adams. Screen by Grant. Adams dishes to George. Some solid defense from Gay. Spurs trail by 17. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Timeout.
San Antonio calls timeout.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Aldridge against Grant. It's Gasol missing.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Grant kicks to Roberson. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Gay passes to Gasol. Now here's DeRozan. Pass to Gasol. Back to DeRozan. Aldridge a screen. 4 on the clock. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 25 points in the game.
Well, to me, Kevin Harlan, you simply have to defend better than that. DeMar DeRozan has the vertical. He's super efficient in that area.
Left side, Westbrook. He kicks to Robertson. Screen by Grant. From deep, George. The shot comes out, and it's the Spurs taking it the other way. DeRozan's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Oklahoma City.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get some.
Oh! It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
And DeRozan kicks to Mills. Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Westbrook. Shot clock at 2. Poked away. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he is checked in for Gasol. Davis Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeMar DeRozan. Schroeder outside. And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. And it's Abrines in the corner. There's a screen by Noel. To the inside. Pirtle with the steal. Now Bellinelli. Forbes. Count that one. Here's Schroeder. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Patterson passes to Felton. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Releases. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the home